turn off your sound, and we're turning it over to Christopher Boyer.
Indubitably, Lynn, indubitably, Liz, do we now have somebody? As always, welcome to the Lake Oswego Chamber of Commerce Friday Morning Networking, where we connect the faces of local business with our community, and we help you get your message out. As always, I would like to thank you all for taking time out of your busy Friday to join us. Today, we're fortunate enough to have Andrew Lance of SIDECHAIN Securities as our host. Andrew and the SIDECHAIN team have worked with clients such as Google, Zoom, Wells Fargo, and Sony Pictures on cybersecurity initiatives, as well as countless smaller businesses. I'm pretty sure just about everybody here has been on the call before, so you pretty much know the drill. We're going to hear from Andrew, then we'll hear from Liz, then we'll break into some small groups and come back for any other announcements or shout outs or things that the group would like us to be aware of. With all of that said, let's welcome our host for today, Andrew. I'm super excited to hear about SIDECHAIN Securities and what you do.
Fantastic. Thanks, Christopher. And I appreciate the opportunity to tell you all about what we're doing over here. Thank you, Kim and Liz, for allowing us to do this and allowing me to spend a few minutes telling you about my company. Cybersecurity, what a thing to be talking about at 8 a.m. on Friday morning. But I wanted to start out by telling you a story that I found interesting. Last month, I was fortunate enough to go to a small holiday get-together, and I was talking with some folks who were from out of town. They'd come in from Idaho, and when they learned that I worked in cybersecurity, they said, "Oh, well, maybe you know about this because we checked into the McMinimans out at Edgefield, and all their systems are down because they suffered from a cyber attack." And true enough, I was aware of that, and unfortunately, you may have seen about this in the Oregonian and the news, but yeah, they suffered a ransomware attack. It took all their systems offline, and even weeks later, they were still recovering. Imagine your reservation systems are offline. People show up at the front desk, say, "Hi, I'm here to check in." Okay, no way to verify, no way to book future dates, all this stuff. It was pretty impactful. So, that being said, I'll share a few slides here with you as I'm talking. It was curious to me because I don't know, 2 weeks later, I'm talking with a friend of a friend, and again, a project that I'm working on comes up, and he says, "Oh, that's weird because the car dealership where I bought my last Jeep from had a cyber attack also." And in my mind, when cybersecurity is coming up at holiday parties and in casual conversation, something is deeply wrong. Okay. And in fact, something is wrong. Thousands and thousands of websites and businesses are hacked every day. And I think the real tragic part about this is that it's disproportionate. Most of who are targeted in these things are small businesses, are mid-market businesses. And you don't read about this in the news. You're reading about the big names, the household names that everybody recognizes. But the fact of the matter is that small businesses, the reason they are targeted like this is because they're just more vulnerable. Oftentimes, that smaller businesses don't have the know-how or the expertise to defend against problems and attacks and things like that. So we find that a lot of companies just don't know how to respond or don't know how they should respond to, problems in this cyber world. And that's what drives our work. It has from day one since I founded the company. We believe that no business deserves to be disrupted by cyber threats, period. And this drives almost everything we do. I'm in Seattle. I'm in a hotel room this morning because we had our SIDECHAIN offsite yesterday up here. We're in a conference room. We're all wearing masks. And I can't tell you how many times this came up when we're deciding about, what should we go after? What business should we grow this year? How should we prioritize? Well, if it's not aligned with this vision, then it's not the priority. That's very important to how we run our company. So just a few minutes, a little bit about me, so you know who's speaking to you here. Again, my name is Andrew Lance. I founded SIDECHAIN 4 years ago in 2018. I've been working in cybersecurity for a long time. I spent some time at Nike running an engineering team before then that managed a part of all the Nike websites. At the time, Nike managed 26 different web sites, and my team was responsible for maintaining a portion of those. So that's a little bit about my background. We are headquartered in Lake Oswego. I live in Lake Oswego and have for many years. And so it's nice to be connected with, you know, local community and local businesses to offer our services where it's appropriate. As was mentioned before by Christopher, you know, we do work with our fair share of big companies, and we love working with big companies, but there's something immensely satisfying about working with smaller organizations, smaller businesses, because, you know, you're really making a difference, and that's something that we really value. Just in the last few minutes that I have to tell you about what's going on over here, I wanted to dispel two myths that we hear the most. These are the things I hear the most from small business owners regarding cybersecurity, and I figured this might be helpful to kind of dispel some of these things. Number one, a lot of small businesses think they're too small to worry about this problem. That's the number one thing I hear. We're not going to have a problem around this. We're too small. Nothing's going to happen to us. Or, you know what, I don't really know what to do. We'll just not worry about that for now. We'll get by. You know, we've so far so good. Unfortunately, especially with the rise of ransomware and other cyber attacks in 2021, this is a myth. These folks are leaving no stone unturned. And we've worked with companies that literally had one employee all the way up to the Googles of the world. And because they're leaving no stone unturned, if there is a way that they can extract value from the work that you do, they'll try and do it. It really is just a matter of time. So some cyber hygiene and some best practices are always good. I don't care, you know, how small the business is. The other thing that I hear commonly is, well, my business doesn't deal with anything sensitive. You know, I don't have customer data. I don't have healthcare information. I don't have financial data. I don't have any of that stuff. So, you know, we must not be a target. It's just not true. We worked with a client. It was